Welcome friends, Asli Bania welcomes you once again. Today we have brought you another SME IPO review, that is RITCO Logistics Limited. This is opening up tomorrow. So let's go to our standard disclaimer. This report we have prepared only for educational purposes only. Before investing in this IPO, please consult your registered stock advisor with SEBI. We do not accept any liability due to use of this report. Now, RITCO Logistics Limited. Uh, what what does the company do? So basically, RITCO Logistics is an integrated supply chain company which has land-based logistics solutions like trucks, warehouses, and other value-added services in India. So it has a network of around 30 branches, which includes six fleet centers and nine warehouses. It has around 1,400 fleets, out of which 350 plus 355 exactly are owned by it, and generally on an average 70% of the fleet is on road daily. Out of the 355 fleet, 325 are less than 3 years old, so it means more operational efficiency because newer fleets are with newer technologies and they are more cost effective, and the maintenance is even lesser. And the for long term plan, Ritco plans to double its existing fleet by 2025. It has more than 2 decades of relationships with existing customers. The customers are all the major big companies in their fields, and what you can see is it has not diversified that much. It has only uh, concentrated on few companies and typical like petrochem, FMCG, and tires. So it has not gone to other companies. So that is a very interesting part. Now, IPO details of Ritco Logistics. The IPO will open on 28th January. It will close on 30th January. The face value of share is rupees 10. Lot size is 1600, which means that minimum investment size is around 116,000 rupees. So the price band is around 71 to 73 rupees, and it will be listed on BSE. So about the equity capital, the current equity is 19.48 crores. The proposed issue is around zero point 0.5 crores new shares, and sale of existing shares of that is 0.16 crores. So proposed new equity is 5 crores. So total new equity post issue is around 25 crores. The object of this issue is like the company will be using the funds for warehouse development, the technology upgradation and building up of digital platforms, then fleet center upgradations and funding the working capital requirements of the. Now coming on back to financial, if you see the financials, like one thing which is noticeable is like the top line has not grown that much. It is even less than 5% growth if you see in the top line. However, in the current year, seems to be some growth in the top line because for the first 6 months results which has been provided by the company. But if you see the net profit, that has improved because of the operational efficiencies within the company. Now coming on to cash flow, so if you see the cash flow, company is making some money from the operations part. However, they are borrowing heavily, and they are investing the money in new trucks. So that is why for the last 2 years you are seeing that so much money is being spent. Now, view on the company. So one thing that is positive is that company has been able to increase their profits through operational improvement without much improvement in the top line. However, in the first 6 months of this current financial year, there is some significant improvement which is seen, but we are not sure that if the seasonality factor is there in the results. So that will be known once the full yearly results are available. The negatives is like the growth in top line is very minimal for the past 3 years, and the company has not paid any dividend till now. Competitors, what they have mentioned is like Mahindra Logistics Limited, VR Logistics Limited, Transport Corporation India, Gati, and AVG. So everybody is a big company in the logistics. Now the final review. The company is very reasonably priced. The P by E is around 14. So, however, one thing to note is if you see the company, there is not a uniqueness in the company. The top line is almost stagnant, and we are not sure how company is going to grow in near future. And the other part is there is another SME stock in logistics which is listed, that Tarachand Logistics, which was listed a year back. So if if you see that stock is current CMP of that stock is around 50% of the original IPO price. So based on that factor, uh, gains after listing looks to be very low. So what we would advise is medium risk investors who have money should invest in this IPO. Uh, the possibility of listing gains is very less. Dear friends, if you liked this IPO review, subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link below the blue colored arrow. And thank you and see you next time.